say welcome to our channel. We wanted to say thank you. We've received like crazy amount of love and support within the last like 48 hours, right? Our little superstar. We thought we'd post our first video basically just kind of explaining what happened to Ava and her eye and what all she went through. So also, if we're awkward, again, this is our first video, so be patient. But basically back in March of 2020, I noticed that Ava's pupil on her right eye was slightly bigger than her other one, and her eye color was also, by the hour almost seemingly, starting to change. It happened super fast, literally overnight. She woke up one day and that's when I started to notice these like tiny subtle changes. And then you looked up on the internet.
Yeah, what causes pupils to stay like one larger than the other or stay a certain size?
Yeah, he's kind of like the king of looking things up on the internet. And he started looking that stuff up and he ran across something, I guess, that said to do like a flash test.
Yeah, you take a picture with a phone or any flash, any camera, and it, instead of reflecting red, like a normal retina, it'll reflect yellow or like a gray color. And hers immediately, you could see that it was yellow-gray. It was just off-colored, like brown. Yeah,
so that's when we were kind of like, okay, something's up. So we actually ended up, I hung out with my friend Maddie that day, and I told her all about it, and she ended up, her husband's a medic in the Army, and he ended up coming over later that night because I just kept texting Maddie about it, being like, I don't know, like I'm nervous, like what if something's wrong? So they came over, it was probably like 10 o'clock at night, they came over and he did like some quick tests on her, and he actually advised us, he was like better safe than sorry, probably nothing's wrong, but I would definitely go bring her in and get it checked out. So we packed her up and took her to the ER, and yeah, hold on, can you just...
Yeah, right.
You want to go ahead. You want to turn on some tunes?
You want some tunes?
And then, that's the weapon, parents, tunes. So we packed her up and we brought her to the ER, and we'll basically try to summarize it as much as possible. Pretty much the ER doctor had no clue what was going on, which of course is...
When I talked, so we went back for, what is that? Yeah. The baby cold that she got. RSV. Yeah. That doctor that treated her for that was the same doctor that saw us in the ER, and he said he knew immediately. He didn't want to scare us though because he didn't know for sure. Yeah, so he's not the one that would diagnose that kind of stuff. He basically, it came off to me like he didn't know what was going on, so they ended up calling in the optometrist. Mind you, this is like midnight, okay? It's super, super late. They called in their optometrist, like that works at that hospital, which right then that was a red flag for me. I was like, this is super weird. Like, why are they calling in this person who's not usually like an on-call doctor? So then she finally got there, and that's when you like immediately knew something was up. Yeah, because I started asking her, I was like, do you see anything? Is there anything in there? And she kept saying, I don't.
She wouldn't give us any answers. Please ignore her. Stop. Crazy boys. She basically wouldn't give us any answers, which I don't know if that's like normal, but it kind of sucked. Yeah, we have craziness. So anyway, she ended up giving us a referral for Children's Mercy, a children's hospital that was about 2.5 hours away. And literally the next morning at 8 a.m., we had an appointment with their ophthalmologist, who did some quick tests, blah, blah, blah. And she immediately sat us down and was like, yep, I think it's retinoblastoma. Explained to us what it was.
Boys, I'll pick you up.
And the...
She sees the neighbors.
Yeah. Basically, they explained everything to us. And then the next morning we met. So where were we? The next day we met with the oncologist, and again, right away, they did a quick kind of exam, and she confirmed it again that she had retinoblastoma. It was grade E, which is the last stage. It goes, what, A to E? Mm-hmm. And hers was in the last stage. And so she really just looked at us and was like, we need to take this out. And we, without hesitation, were like, okay, take it out. So then the next day, was it the next day? Was her surgery? Mm-hmm. Literally the next day, they had her scheduled for surgery to go in and remove the eye, and then to also have an MRI done to make sure that it didn't spread, like, into her head, anywhere else really, and then also do another exam on her left eye to make sure that that also didn't have the cancer in it. So what next? So then we go in.
So after she got her surgery, she went into recovery, and then
they did the MRI first.
Yeah, they did the MRI just to get an idea of like what they were getting into.
And we didn't know the results of the MRI until like after her surgery, right?
Yeah, her eye was already out. And
so
then
that
gave
was
us the results.
Nerve-wracking. And then, of course, waiting throughout the entire surgery just to have them text us. Because they were giving parents text updates while in the ER. And so we were really just waiting for them to text us and say that her left eye was good. Because I could not imagine them texting us saying, like, there's also a tumor in the left eye. Like, I think that would have, like...
Yeah, because with bilateral, that's when it becomes, like, a genetic thing.
Yeah.
There's, like, a higher chance of other cancers and stuff. But because it was unilateral, it was, they call it sporadic.
Yeah,
so it's just...
She had a unilateral in one eye, is what that means. And then sporadic means it wasn't genetic, not hereditary, nothing like that. It was just literally just random.
Yeah.
But I think that was like that was my biggest fear, sitting in the waiting room, just waiting for him to be like, okay, left eye's good, blah, blah, blah.
At that point, it was just a boost to our morale and the whole thing when they said it was just one eye.
Because the crazy thing is, it literally, everything happened in 4 days. We started noticing like slight changes in her eye, and from that day when we noticed the changes to the day that she had her surgery, it was 4 days. Everything happened
less than a week.
So fast. And it was like, we're still processing all of this, like, to this day, just because it happened so insanely fast. Like, there was no time to process anything, no time to think anything over. It was just go, 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 go. Like, this needs to happen. Get it done. Boom. Like, that's it. So, yeah. And then her recovery time, it's insane. So she had her surgery, and then we, like, literally went home that day. Like, there was no recovery time.
Your eye.
Oh, you took your eye out. We're sitting here talking about her eye, and she just takes it out.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I see it? This is her eye. Her special eye. It's amazing. It's so amazing. We didn't get this until a couple months after her surgery because COVID.
Yeah, that took a while.
Slowed everything down, but yeah, that's little Mrs. Story. We probably left a lot out. So if you guys have any questions, just leave us comments. We're super open and more than happy to answer any questions, comments, concerns, whatever. But thanks for watching. Give us a subscribe, a like, a follow. I don't know how to do this, but thank you.